Can you describe its form?
No.
Was it carbon-based?
I don't know.
Did it communicate with you?
It reacted to me. Why did my husband volunteer for a suicide mission? I could save him.
This movie is pretty epic, and I don't think it would have been made like 5 years ago. So I just wanted to know, because like all women like leading the movie like this, like saving the world, it's pretty cool. How do you think Hollywood has changed from when you started acting to now?
Oh, interesting question. It's a long time. It's changed a lot. I mean, I think what's probably had the most impact is all the digital streaming, the way that everyone has access to watch things in their homes. I think it really changed the way people experience things and the way things are distributed and
talk about things.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of talking about things, I love that scene with you guys in bed and you're like looking up at the moon. You're like, you think I'm gonna look up at the moon? I'm gonna be out here working. Like stuff like that wouldn't even been in a movie like 3 years ago. It's like now women are empowered. They're charged. It's just so beautiful. It's so epic.
This movie is really interesting because it's women going into something potentially very dangerous. Who knows what's behind the shimmer? It could be paradise. We don't know. We just know nothing comes back. And so it's a real. You have to volunteer for the mission, and it is all women, yeah. So those roles, like even the poster with machine guns and the backpacks. It's like that's something you might see normally with mostly male-driven cast. So.
What was that?
Don't know.
What happened? I heard a noise.
Oh, what?
Something's come through the fence.
Through the fence?
I can't see anything.
Yeah, neither can I.
What's going on? What happened? Shepard was just next to me and something took her. Shepard! Shepard!
How was this film for you? Because your character is sort of like off over to the side a little bit for a large portion of the movie. So what was that like for you?
Well, it was interesting because I was shooting Star Wars at the same time on the same set, in the same studio, not the same set, but the exact same studio. So I was at one point I'd run from Star Wars land, jumping out of an X-wing, running across,
changing costumes,
putting my cameras on, messing up my hair, and then going in to do that. So in a way, it reflected what was happening to the character because the character I play is kind of off in some other world and then comes in to visit for a moment and then goes away again. He's a bit of a spectral figure. So it was just the irony that that's actually what was happening in life as well.
You play these phenomenal roles. Hateful Eight was great. This is great. Do they wear on you? Do you hold a piece of those characters with you? Because it's so real. Like
Sometimes you do and sometimes you don't. Like sometimes, I used to say that it was kind of like when you would do a part, be like having a virus or something, and it would take you a few weeks to get over it once the filming was done. So for a while, you'd still be acting like that or talking like that, and then it would just wear off, and you'd be back to yourself, and you realize, oh, I don't really walk that way, and I don't sound like that. And
it take a conscious effort to sort of change back to you?
No, it just wears off when you're not playing it every day.
That is so interesting, just to sort of transform into someone else and just have to figure out.
It's like getting over the flu.
Spoiler alert.
We have to go back. We have to go back now.
She's right. I really don't know how much more right she has to be.
Okay, and I agree with you. We should go back.
Good. Okay, great. There we go. Okay, so the three of us can just
Hold
pack
on a
up our...
minute. Hold on. We should go back, yes, but it took us, 6 days to get here? And the coast is 2 days away.
You're saying that we get out by going deeper in?
Yeah, if you like, yeah.
Like? No, I don't like. This isn't some tactic to get us to the lighthouse, is it?
I believe that the coast is the best route out. Okay?
Super cool. Can we talk a little bit about, like, what happens at the ending? Because a lot of people were a little confused at the ending. So I'm just sort of curious as to, can we talk about like what kind of what did the characters think about the ending?
Well, I think that it's one of those rare movies that gives you so much to talk about afterwards, and everyone's interpretation is valid and kind of completes the piece. Of course, we have our own specific interpretations as our characters of what is happening, and we talked about it a lot with Alex, but I wouldn't want to like prescribe anyone like this is what the movie's about.
Yeah, and for me, at the heart of the film is this marriage between these two people, and the failure of the marriage, or the destruction, disintegration of a marriage. And so, apart from the specifics of what might have happened plot-wise between these two, I think at the end what you're seeing is two people that are on the other side of an incredibly traumatic, tragic event, and are not the same people they were before. And it's about, where do we go now? What do we do now? I know you're not the you that you were, and I'm not the me that I was. And that has a very powerful allegory.
Spoiler alert.
I saw you in a video with Kamala Harris.
Oh yeah.
She's dope, isn't she?
She's the real thing.
You think she'll run for president?
We can only hope.
Fingers crossed.
Godzilla!
Yeah.
Zilla bitch!